See. All right. So we're live, even though I'm not broadcasting it.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be recorded, and then we're going to play it at a later time, so that way there, just us talking, back and forth, and
Hmm.
with the time difference that you have, I didn't want you to wake up at 3 in the morning. So um,
Yeah.
jump into jump into a chat. So for M.A.S.K's 30th anniversary, I'm joined by Stian, who created the Thunderball replica. And we'll go into that a little bit later. All I can tell you about it so far is that I love it, and me being the first guinea pig on the complete one, it was a very good first rendition. I appreciate you giving us the ability to have that in our collection.
It's my pleasure to actually make something like this. So
Well,
it's good that at least somebody wants it.
hopefully you got a couple of people that have it in their collection now. I need to update mine, but we'll talk about all the parts and the complexity of it in a little bit.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to get your growing up with Mask, um, and you are in Denmark, right?
No, Norway.
Norway. Sorry.
Yeah.
uh, I, you know, I don't. I'll admit my geography is not the best, but
Okay.
I know you're in Europe.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. Um, so growing up over there with Mask, just kind of describe it for people in America that maybe had a different growing up with it.
Yeah. Well, the first one I got was Hurricane
Okay.
back in 80. I don't know, 85 or 86 or something like that, and it was Christmas. Um, I can't remember if that's the one I really wanted, but I I had a couple of buddies that uh, had a couple of those vehicles.
Hmm.
So and I thought, yeah, hey, that looks cool. Um, I started with a few transformers.
Okay.
So I had I don't know 9 or 10 of those before I got my first mask vehicle. So and when I got the Hurricane, I thought that was the coolest car I ever seen. You know,
I have to admit, it's one of the better designs out of all.
yeah, an old Chevy that turns into a six-wheel tank. What's better than that?
Yeah, exactly.
And well, that was the first one that got for Christmas. So I believe at my birthday the next year, I got the Thunderhawk.
Hmm.
And I remember that was very cool. Okay, very simple. Just a car with those gullwing doors that can fly. So yeah, that's cool. But the one thing that bugs me with it is the rear spoiler when you try to close it down, and the bumper goes halfway up on the
Yeah, it doesn't cover it all the way.
yeah. You can see half the jet engines and half of the rear lights there.
You have to use your imagination a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was always something that I found odd, and no matter how hard you pushed it down when you were younger,
Yeah.
never covered it fully. But
It's that and the wing cannons. They never stay up in car mode.
no, it's like that. Even though that's not a really heavy plastic in there, it weighs it down. Um,
Yeah.
so, but yeah,
May have to do something about it one day.
yeah. Um, Looking at your Shapeways page here, looks like you have a. Oh, that's the Goliath spoiler. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That thing. I've had at least 8 or 9 of them come through that I've gotten and then traded or sold. and almost every time the thing's broken. I don't know what they made that out of, but it must have been really toward the end of something like whatever they were using to produce it.
Yeah,
It was just pretty bad.
it's very fragile.
Yeah,
That
and it looks like
that
you had,
kind of plastic.
let's see, yeah, it was very fragile, very fragile.
Yeah,
And then you did a couple things here for, let's see, you got, cool. You got the Goliath. What's that? What else you have here? Oh yeah, the bombs. Okay.
yeah. I made 3 pieces today. Those Goliath bombs, the spare tire missile for Hurricane, and the I don't know what it's called, but it's the T antenna for Outlaw.
Yeah, and these pieces that you're making too. Um, and we'll go back to these in a couple minutes too. But I mean, these are pieces that you see on eBay for like $30 for or $40 for the tire, the ejector
Yeah,
tire on Hurricane, and it's good that you're doing that. And um, it's I'm sure a lot of people appreciate it.
yeah. I
Um,
hope so.
Before we go into that, um, so did you watch the cartoon at all growing up, or was it most?
Uh, yeah, that may have been, like 3 or 4 years after I got my first mask toy,
Okay.
and I think I rented it on VHS.
Well,
Uh,
what was the broadcast? It was a, I guess it was broadcast the same time, right? I mean, no, not the same time on the TV, but there wasn't any like year or two delay. Mask was out the same time here as it was there, right? Is that
mhm.
sound right?
I I can't remember, but back at my parents, we didn't have all those fancy TV channels like Sky or any of those.
Hmm.
Just had those old boring local TV stations.
Yeah,
So any chance of seeing cartoons like that was either rent them on video or visit some of my family who had all those channels.
yeah. It's. I mean, I can't remember watching it, but I think probably had them on VHS too, and I think my parents
Mm.
recorded a lot of them too. Obviously without the consent of Kenner and DIC, but um,
Yeah.
you know, I won't tell. Uh, yeah, it's interesting though because you said that the first one you had was Hurricane, and
Yeah.
so it didn't start with you with the original series. It started with series two of the vehicles,
Mm.
and that seemed like a lot of people I've talked to over in Europe. That seems to be um, a common thing because it, it doesn't seem like it caught on until, I mean, this is just my opinion and like my conversations, but it doesn't seem like it caught on until series two of
Yeah. Yeah. It
uh,
it, it, it took about a year and a half until we got
yeah,
those here.
and then it seemed like over there the split second series was far more popular over there than it was over here. So it's like, series one initially, nobody cared about. Well, broadly saying nobody cared about over there. But then, basically, it only had a three series lifespan. It's like
No.
during its initial run. So in the United States, it was mostly one, two, and three.
Mm.
And, it seemed like in Europe, it was like two, three, and four. So that's
Yeah.
just what I generally thought. Um, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting though because I'm trying to think. I, I don't think when I was younger, I don't think I had any of this. I don't think I had any of the Series Four ones. I don't
Oh.
know if that's a product of it costing too much, or if it was a product of the show not being on anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think the last one I got back in the 80s, that was Wolf Beast.
Yeah, I didn't get that until probably about 2009. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a little behind on that one.
Yeah. I got that one from a summer vacation in Sweden.
Yeah, I want to say that most of my stuff, um, I don't know if you've ever been to in the United States, but we have stores that are called like 5 and 10. Uh,
Yeah.
they're like little family run stores that have a bunch of weird stuff that are kind of catered toward the area.
Ah.
But not weird, but like if you're on the shore area, you're mostly gonna have things for the beach, um, things of that nature. But I
Mm.
remember at these 5 and 10 stores they had the M.A.S.K toys. I do remember that. I don't remember. I don't remember really where it ended initially when I was younger. Probably after the last time I hit my brother with one of them. Was probably the last time I got one. Can't remember because I remember we used to probably throw them at each other. To be honest,
Oh.
that's how we played. So that's
Yeah.
it's flying right at you. Here comes Firefly. It's going right at your head.
Just
I don't condone that behavior, so don't teach your kids that.
no. No, I was very careful with my toys. I still have um, every single one of them, which I got as a kid.
What do you have them all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
every single one of them.
that's good. Do you have them
It's
all on display? You have them in storage?
yeah, they're on a shelf. They're just 2 feet away from me right now.
Okay, that's not bad.
No,
How do you
so
have you have them all on like one shelf together? How do you have it displayed?
yeah, it's on how do you say it's on one level.
Mhm.
Um, it's where I sit on my computer and make the shapeways models I have on right of my head, one to my left and one to my right,
Okay.
and a few next to me, like Boulder Hill. I don't have it on a shelf. It rests on my printer.
Yeah, it's not really a good spot to put that.
No.
I had to I had to use an old desk as some sort of display piece because, as you know, it's a giant L and there's nowhere to put it. So,
Yeah, it should be the corner piece on the shelf.
but yeah, I mean, if the shelf was big enough, but it's
Yeah.
not. Fortunately, shelves are not that deep.
No.
But yeah, it's not too bad. But looking back at mine and I see the Thunderball there. Um, so I know a little bit about AutoCAD, and that
Mhm.
I believe that's what you said you used to render some of the 3D shapes before you send it to Shapeways. Is that correct?
I use Inventor.
Okay. Okay. Um, so describe a little bit about the process that you went through to create the Thunderball. I mean, obviously you probably used some pictures that were online if you could find any.
Yeah, that was the only source I had.
Yeah.
So
Well, obviously you
to
don't have one. That's
yeah,
$2,000. I think the last one sold for. There was actually a legitimate one. I think, or more.
that much.
Yeah, I think so, if I remember
Wow,
correctly. I might be
that's
wrong on that.
that's a bit insane, don't you think?
Well, I think there were like 5 prototypes,
Uh-huh.
um, but I don't remember exactly how many have gone around. I've seen Ramp Up more than I've seen Thunderball for sale,
Oh.
um,
Hmm.
but that's not saying much. I mean, that's you know maybe 4 instead of 5.
Yeah.
There's not a big difference there.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead and a little bit about the process you took with it.
Yeah. Uh, I was at work when I came up with the idea of you know do the toy. So first I just started with to see if I can find any pictures of it. And well, I got all the pictures I found on the internet, and uh, just to make the size correctly, I measured up cliff dagger, which I have in the jackhammer.
Hmm.
So it's actually just blind luck that it came out the size that it is now. So Um, I think I used the I made the base first for it.
Okay. Yeah, the
So
base looks like the most ornate piece. I mean, well, initially, but then you added some other parts to it.
yes, the base was actually the easiest part
Yeah.
to make.
Okay.
Uh, the details on it are not that hard to make, and the only thing that's different from the original is that where there's supposed to be that manhole, that the round piece in one of the corners.
Hmm?
Uh, Mine does not have that diamond-shaped pattern on it,
Hmm.
which the original is supposed to have.
Okay. Well, it helps differentiate it too. Kind of gives you your. I mean, obviously, one to one isn't always great. So I mean, you know, it's something that you created, and kind
Yeah.
of you did it that way, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Hopefully no lawsuits.
Um, Probably not.
No. So and um, I think I made the round balls second, and those there's some details inside there that the originals have that mine doesn't have, and that's mostly because um, I didn't have enough time to make it, and I did not have the same software at home as I did at work. Because I have the older inventor at home, so and you can't take any new 3D models from a new inventor and back to an old inventor.
Okay.
That's kind of a bummer. So uh, when I made the cannon that pivots upward, I just made it the simple part that you have, which doesn't fire in the missile.
Yeah, I got the original one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really wanted it to fire a missile, so I just took a chance, split the 3D model into two pieces, and tried to design the trigger mechanism as you know thought it might be.
So you did
And
that. You just did that just right on the computer, right? You didn't actually get the piece and then cut it in half, right?
no, I designed the whole thing
Okay.
on the computer,
Okay. Hmm.
and it looked good on screen. So just went on and had it printed. And for and to make the missile fire, I just use a regular what do you call it, a ballpoint pen spring.
Okay.
So if you have any pens that's empty, you can just use that and put in and fire away.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to update my Canon part and get the trigger as well.
Yeah,
So that there at least fires. Any plans for decals at all?
yeah. I have decals on mine. I made the decals on the outside and the inside.
Okay.
So and anyone who gets my Thunderbolt will get the labels for free.
Oh, that's great. What about mine?
Yeah, well, maybe. Sure, you can have one. You can have one set too.
It's all right. When I order some of the other parts, maybe we'll do it that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
sure.
so I will admit I was a bit skeptical when I first got it, um, and putting it together took 10 minutes at most, not even.
Okay.
I think it took longer to take it out of the box because of the wrapping that Shapeways does
Yeah.
than anything. But for I think it was a little bit under $100 when I ordered it for something that you're not going to be able to get in your collection unless you go this route, or unless you have a lot of money that you don't need to pay rent for a month
Yeah.
or two, or have go grocery shopping. If you can go without that, then you're fine. You can get a real one.
Yeah.
But going this route, I mean, it's a really cool piece.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Put this together. Now, the big question I keep getting asked, and I'm going to ask it anyway. Put you on the spot.
Mm.
Are you working on ramp up at all?
I have started on it. But it's a very difficult piece
Yeah,
to make.
yeah. It looks a little harder, to be honest.
Yeah. So I started at there's a side panels that flips out, which shows the threads. If you remember those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Started on those and the pictures I got they're not that good, so I have to use my imagination to make some of the details.
Yeah, I sent over as many as I could for you. Um, I think I did anyway, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I got some of those from you.
So hopefully those ones there help you get some of the detail too, because the ones that were originally online that I think you had access to, it was like looking at like a UFO picture, like it's all blurry and you can't tell what it
Yeah.
is. You got, like you said, you got to use your imagination a lot. But this here, it looks like it has tank treads and um, comes up into a missile.
Yeah, some tank
I
treads
mean, it's
and
not.
some I don't know,
Yeah, it looks like tank
trailer
treads
wheels.
pop out of it, and so so you know. So what you're saying is that this one's going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay. So like next week you'll have it done, right?
That soon? Yeah. Well, one can only hope.
Nah. Obviously, you're not just sitting here all day working on this, and you're building these things to help progress people's collections and kind of help also solidify your craft of what you do, and
Yeah.
that's greatly appreciated.
So I think it's more important that people get to complete their toys than just get a new one.
No, I agree. I mean, especially with that Goliath uh, tail fin for Goliath 2. That's a
Yeah.
it's a big one.
Yeah.
You might want to charge more, but I don't know. So let's see.
You think I should charge more?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
you have to advertise
It's,
it too. So
yeah.
we'll see.
It's,
Yeah,
let's see how the sales goes.
yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to get you on for a couple minutes and talk about your process and thank you. And
Sure.
if there's anything else you have, if not, we'll end it there and go about your night.
Yeah. Did you see on Facebook that I started on the battle dog?
No, I did not.
It's something that never was produced. That guy Jose that runs the P&A
Mm-hmm.
for him. He had some picture on Facebook, which shows a trike, one of those buggy dune trikes or what they called.
Is it on your Facebook page, or is it?
It's on the P&A.
Okay, let me look here. Didn't see that yet.
So, it's those trikes with those huge off-road wheels, and this one has the front wheel to detach, and I think it's some kind of a rolling bomb or something, and the back piece with the rear wheels and engine is turns into something kind of I don't know artillery gun or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember it. I just didn't know you were working on it. Where are we at here? Probably buried on the page here, but either way, once I find it, I'll share it too to make sure people know that you're working on that.
Yeah. That's also one of those pieces where I'll have to use my imagination to
Well, obviously, I never even did a prototype for it,
uh,
so
I think those pictures that Jose put on us on the P&A page, that's the only ones of it.
yeah, there were some um, renderings done by Lance Anderson, I believe. So
Mhm.
it was. I'm trying to remember exactly. What it was. I've seen it before, and once if I have any other pictures too, I can send them along to you.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, and then once I find it, I will share that as well. And anything else you might be working on, feel free to post it on our Facebook page as well. So there, we can
Yeah,
build that exposure
mm.
too.
I posted an early picture of the battle dog.
Okay. Is it on the Peaceful Nations Alliance or is it on your page?
It's on the P&A.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Hmm. Go back up at the top here.
Let's see if I can find it on my PC.
That's why. I'm looking at most recent. I'm looking at top results. Facebook. Hate it when it does that. Keep switching it back to. I wanted to say the the newest results, not most popular. So that's my fault. I'll probably edit that out, but I probably won't. So let's see. Um,
Sent you sent you the
okay. There it is.
yeah.
That makes more sense. So I'll share that. Um, yeah, I'm almost positive I might have some pictures on that. So if I do, I'll send that along to you.
I'll have the
It'll help you out.
test shot that I made. That's how far I've got.
Well, I mean, you got the axle going, so that's good, right?
Yeah. It's not an easy piece to make.
Okay. Well, either way, no matter what you're creating, I'll definitely be purchasing it. So as you get more further along with it, let us know and we'll make sure we share it.
Yeah, perhaps I should make the big plane that the M.A.S.K used to travel around the world too.
Yeah, that's a request that I was gonna make, but I figured you have a lot of other things going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna make that because the thing has to fit Rhino in it. So
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking expensive.
yeah. So yeah, Volcano and Rhino have to get in there. So good luck.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your time. And thank you again.
Yeah, sure, no problem. My
Right.
pleasure.
Thanks, Ian.
Yes, nice talking to you.
You too.
See ya.